الحمد لله فاطر السماوات والأرض جاعل الملائكة رسلا أولي أجنحة مثنى وثلاث ورباع يزيد في الخلق ما يشاء إن الله على كل شيء قدير. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وقائدنا وقرة أعيننا محمد رسول الله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لن يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، أعاذنا الله منها. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم تنزيله وهو أصدق القائلين: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ويقول الحق سبحانه: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ويقول الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم: تركت فيكم ما إن تمسكتم بهما لن تضلوا بعدي أبدا، كتاب الله وسنتي، أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. Dear brothers and sisters, today I'm going to ask you a question, and inshallah I will answer that question in the second khutbah. But in the first khutbah, we're going to prepare ourselves to understand the answer of the question. So the question is, and that we need to ask ourselves individually: what is your objective in this life? Number one objective goal that you have in this life. That question, it is a question that we need to ask ourselves. As Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, he said, "Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu." Hold accountable yourself by yourself. Forget anybody else. Hold accountable yourself, your action, your thought, whatever you do. Hold accountable yourself before you will be held accountable in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, let's connect the dots. This Quran that we recite, it is a book of guidance. Guidance means it gives you direction. Quran connect unseen to what we can see it. For example, the Quran talk about hellfire and hereafter. Do you see it? No. But the Quran connected the fire that we are using here in our world today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, أَفَرَأَيْتُمُ النَّارَ الَّتِي تُورُونَ أَأَنْتُمْ أَنْشَأْتُمْ شَجَرَتَهَا أَمْ نَحْنُ الْمُنشِئُونَ نَحْنُ جَعَلْنَاهَا تَذْكِرَةً وَمَتَاعًا لِلْمُقْوِينَ. Allah said, tell me about the fire you are firing. This fire we are using for cooking, manufacturing, warming. We use for many reasons the fire, right? Fire is a real. So Allah asked subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created this fire? Do you create it as a human being, or I created? This one, we can see it. We know it's painful when we touch, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I created this fire for two reasons. No 31. Tadhkirah, as a reminder, the one that you don't see now yet. It's a reminder. And the other reason he said, وَمَتَاعًا لِلْمُقْوِينَ, so that we benefit. Example, Quran talk about resurrection. That after we die and decompose on the earth, we will be resurrected with our body. Quran connected that, the summer and the winter. وأنزلنا من السماء ماء مباركا فأنبتنا به جنات من نخيل وأعناب. Allah said, we descend a water from the sky, and because of that water, the earth produce fruits and vegetables and grasses, and the leaves, look how beautiful. And in the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كَذَلِكَ الْخُرُوجِ. Likewise, that's the resurrection. It's like that. The earth is dead. We see that in the winter time, no leaves, no grass, no life. In the summertime, the flowers grow. Why? So Allah connected that to the resurrection. كذلك الخروج. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talk about that He gives us a life and He caused us to die. We cannot deny that. So in Surah Ar-Rum, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ وَهُوَ أَهْوَنُ عَلَيْهِ وَلَهُ الْمَثَلُ الْعَلَى. Allah is the one who start the beginning of the creation, and He will bring back again, and that's easier than even the beginning, if you use common sense. Why did I mention all these things? There's one thing that we need to understand. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Fatiha is a dua that we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide us on the straight path. Sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim. The path of the messengers and the martyrs and the righteous and salihin. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah not to make us to follow those who stray, those who, earn the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِينَ. Ameen. So here we ask Allah guidance, right? In Surah Al-Baqarah, after Alif Lam Mim ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ, Alif Lam Mim, we don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. La rayba fihi, there's no doubt about it. If somebody have a doubt, the Quran, he will not be a Muslim. He's out of Islam. Can he hurt Allah? No. That individual, they only hurt themselves. They cannot do anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's the creator. He's the one who controls everything. So if somebody get upset and angry, and why this happened, why that happened, that's their problem. It's not Allah's problem. Allah make things clear. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. There's no doubt about it. So what is the purpose of the Quran? Hudan. It is a book of guidance. For whom? Those who possess taqwa. لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. What is the number one characteristics of the muttaqin? Tell me, what is the number one? الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة. الذين يؤمنون, those who believe the unseen, the ghaib. So here is the whole concept is الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. Those who believe the unseen. Once you believe the ghaib, once you understand the ghaib and this ghaib that Quran is talking about, and you believe in it from the bottom of your heart, then your understanding will expand. You will understand what this Quran is about it. By the way, I may say I believe the ghaib, lip service, but my action show that I don't believe the ghaib. And I can assure you, the majority of those who say we are Muslims, they don't believe the ghaib. There is a Arabic poetry that say تعصي الإله وأنت تزعم حبه. تعصي الإله وأنت تزعم حبه ذاك لعمري في القياس بعيد إن كان حبك صادقا لأطعته إن المحب لمن يحب مطيع. Say you disobey Allah while you are claiming you love Allah. You disobeying Allah when you claim you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said that doesn't make sense. If you look mathematically, it's not right. هذا لعمري في القياس بعيد. The measurement, it doesn't work that way. He say إن كان حبك صادقا لأطعته. If you truly believe in and love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if that's from the bottom of your heart, you definitely obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? إن المحب لمن يحب مطيع. The person you love the person who dear to your heart and you love, sincerely you love that person. If he asks you some favor, you do it for it. Young man, he love a young woman, beautiful woman. They are really love each other. Do you think they wrong each other? No. Especially man, he will give everything. If you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you give. You do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love. I was talking to one of the brothers this morning. We engaged after Fajr prayer in a conversation, a beautiful conversation about taqwa, love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being a truthful in your faith and iman. And the brother said, sometimes I feel I'm hypocrite. And he said there is an ayah make me worry in Surah Al-Baqarah when Allah described the munafiqeen, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسُ قَالُوا أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ. If someone told them, believe like the way the others, they believe, like the Sahaba to Rasulullah, Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, the munafiqeen, they said, أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ. Do we believe like the fools the way they believe? They call the Sahaba and the Rasul and the righteous people, they call Sufaha, fools. They call fools. And Allah responded, أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ السُّفَهَاءُ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Verily, they are the fools, but unfortunately, they don't know. They are the fools, but they don't know. He say, I'm worried. And every time I read this ayah, he say, I'm worried. I told him that, that's the right faith and iman. That's the right faith. So my dear respected brothers and sisters, as a human, when we say I'm a believer, look, we are human, we make mistakes, no doubt about that. And one of the reasons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored the human being is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us choice. Al-malaika, they don't have a choice. لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. Human being, we have a choice. And it's very challenging. To have a choice itself is a challenge. You have a choice, either you obey or disobey. You have a choice whether you give for the sake of Allah or hold back. You have a choice whether you pray or not to pray. You have a choice whether you fast or not to fast. You have a choice whether you arrest your anger, hold your anger and not act upon your anger. You have a choice to cut your relatives or to join your relatives. It is a choice. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained to us the consequences of that choice. Brothers, sisters, the bottom line is, do you believe? Do you really believe what you're saying in your tongue? That's why iman itself, it's ma waqara fil qalbi wa saddaqahu al-amal. Iman is something that will settle in your heart and you prove by your action. Basically, you believe in it. You might not see it. Do we see Jannah? No. Do we see Nar? No. Are we there the day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the whole, this count will change. يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضُ غَيْرَ الْأَرْضِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ وَبَرَزُوا لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. The day that this world will change, the heavens and the earth, everything will be changed, and we stand in front of our Creator. Do we see that yet? No. I'll give you example. I give you two people. They both are wealthy people. One person, he understands that is going to happen, and he believes it from the bottom of his heart. The other one, he say, I believe. The one who really believes, he cannot hold his wealthy. He want to utilize his wealth to benefit that day. So he give. Is that means he doesn't like, he's laughing when he's giving, or he doesn't love his money? No, he loves his money. But his iman of akhirah, and to benefit his wealth in akhirah, push him. The iman is more powerful than the other shaitanic, thoughts coming to his mind. So that is powerful iman. That yaqeen forces him to give away his wealth that he like it. The other person, he doesn't have that ability. His faith and iman, believe in akhirah and the grave and what is going to happen, it is not that strong. That humanness, that he loved the wealth, hold him back. So he hold back. They're both human beings. What make difference, these two human beings? Faith, the yaqeen. But what is the yaqeen is? It's unseen, it's a ghaib. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Okay, you telling me if I give my sadaqah and my wealth, Allah will, multiply, مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء. You telling me this ayah? Okay. Do I really believe that this is from Allah? So whatever I give, Allah will multiply for me, and I will benefit tomorrow when I stand in front of Allah. Do I have that faith? Strong iman and faith? If I have it, I will give it, even though I love. That's a human nature. وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. What makes difference is, do you really believe? That's why, subhanallah, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Whoever Allah protect the stinginess of his own self, his own nafs, those are the successful one. Allah says, those are the successful one. But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not protect you from the stinginess of our own self, we are not successful. Because we become hostage for that stinginess. We become hostage for the doubts that shaitan put in our mind. We become hostage that, what if? Who knows? Maybe this will happen, maybe that will happen. Those kind of confusion of shaitan. So if you want to get out that, to be hostage for the shaitan, believe the unseen. Believe the ghaib. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، عباد الله، اعلموا أن الله أمركم بأمر بدأ فيه بنفسه وثنى فيه بملائكته المسبحة بقدسه وثلث بكم أيها المؤمنون من جنه وإنسه فقال عز من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. In the modern history, one of the shortest and the most powerful khutbah that been given, it was a khutbah that a great scholar, Al-Tahir bin Ashur, gave. He was from Tunis. It was the time that Burqiba, those type of historical point of view, we Muslims, we need to understand and know and connect the dots. He was an imam of Masjid Al-Zaytuna. It's the oldest Islamic university, even if older than even Al-Azhar. The sheikh was a brave. He has the belief. He was not like us. One day, Burqiba, he was the president of Tunis at that time, and he was just like so mesmerized and amazed at the Western civilization, and he just said, the reason that we are behind is because of the Islam, so we have to, eliminate even fasting in order to, have energy and build Tunis. So he came to the Sheikh and he said, Sheikh, we really need to catch the civilized world. So I want you to give fatwa. I want you to give fatwa tonight when everybody home on the television, when everybody watching the television, give khutbah and say this year there is no need to fast Ramadan. So the Sheikh said, okay, I'll do that. Burqiba was happy. The Sheikh went to the television in the time that they allocate for him, and he said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. He recited the ayah that Allah say, Allah prescribed upon you fasting in Ramadan. كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. He just recited the ayah because people, they understand the Quran, right? They are Arabic speakers. He's talking to Arabic speakers, right? He recited the ayah and he said, صدق الله وكذب Burqiba. He say, Allah tell the truth, and Burqiba, he's the president. He say he's a liar. That's not my point. Look how brave he is. Where is Burqiba today? Under the ground. Where is Al-Tahir ibn Ashur? Where is the sheikh, brave sheikh, who believe the ghaib, who believe the Jannah? He is under the ground too, both. There was an Egyptian judge who killed. He didn't kill, he used his hand, but he used his pen to kill a lot of people. He passed away last week. So they wrote a statement on the social media. They say, قاضي الإعدامات, the judge of the killing, he is in front of محكمة أحكم الحاكمين. He's in front of أحكم الحاكمين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is محكمة. So the shortest khutbah that Sheikh said was, he asked, when people came, it was Friday, so they came to the masjid, and he said, to whom belonged that naked woman? At that time, Tunis was like Paris. The French women, they wear short, they are almost half naked. So he asked the people in the masjid, to whom belong those naked women? He asked that question and he sat down. He sat down. That's the first khutbah. And then he stand up and he said, why are you coming? If you cannot even take care of, to teach your own wives and daughters, and why are you coming to the masjid? And he said, waqim salah. As I say many times, if the salah, iqamat salah is not in the masjid, iqamat salah is outside of the masjid. Now, let me answer the question I ask you today, to start my khutbah. What is, individually, this is what we need to ask ourselves. What is the objective goal that you have in your life? Somebody may say, I wanna finish my education. I wanna get married and have a family. I wanna build wealthy. I want to have status. I want to become a leader. I want to become a CEO. I want to build a... All that's fine. If that's anyone among us, his objective is to just have a good life, then they miss the point. The one who believes in Allah and Yawm al-Akhirah, his or her objective goal must be this ayah in Surah Al-Imran. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in Surah Al-Imran? Allah said, in the ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كل نفس ذائقة الموت وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. Allah said, every single life shall taste death. It is over. We're all going to die. We don't know how, when, and where. We're going to have a janazah after the second Jum'ah today. Last Friday, we have a 2 janazah. During the week, we have many janazah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made that very clear. It is over. Every soul shall taste death. That's not the problem. That's not the issue. Then Allah said, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ, whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove and make him or her away from the hellfire, وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ, and that person being admitted in the Jannah, فَقَدْ فَازَ. That is the winner. That's the winner. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. This life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, who is speaking here? Allah. This life is delusions. So if your objective, or anyone among us, if our objective goal in this life is how to win Jannah, what the action is, and what make me to be safe from hellfire and get into Jannah, because that doesn't have an end. This life has an end. This life is full of stress, full of challenges. We get sick, we get bored, we get upset and angry, we get sad. That's the way it is. If someone think, I should be happy all the time, I should, be healthy all the time, I should be young all the time, that's a joke. It's a delusion. It doesn't make sense, Aslan. So, it must be, our objective goal must be فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةَ فَقَدْ فَازَ. If you really believe the ghaib, if you really believe in the Quran, if you want to save yourself from hellfire, just put this ayah in front of your face. Does that mean I'm going to sit down and cry, I'm not going to progress, I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do? No. There is a lot of misunderstanding. And misconception is that we need to really, really correct it. There is something they call مفاهيم يجب أن تصحح. There is some kind of misunderstanding that we need to correct. And the problem, brothers and sisters, is ignorance is number 1. Arrogance is number 2. Stinginess is number 3. Carelessness, lack of awareness. When we talk about brothers and sisters, we are Muslims, we are believers, we have some goal to fulfill in this life together, not individually. Yes, individually we are responsible, but there is some more important things that we need to do together, and we don't know how to do it. Why? Because we don't look the Quran. Quran is giving us that guidance how to do together those objective goals. As a mu'minun, we don't want to do it. Why? You know why? We're careless. You say, I've been saying for the past 18 years, dear brothers and sisters, we need to come together, all of us, and collectively do things. And sometimes I fool myself. I said, once I finish the khutbah and salah, people, they will be in line in my office, and I get 0. Why? One of two things. Either you don't believe what I say, or you don't believe what Allah said. Nothing else. Wallahi, I swear by Allah, if we believe what Allah said and do the way Allah wants to do, wallahi, I swear by Allah, our life will be different. The way we respond will be different. The way we act will be different. The reason is, I thought about it. I see a lot of ignorance of the Quran. I see a lot of carelessness. I see a lot of stinginess. I see a lot of lack of awareness. And even a lot of people, they don't even willing to go deep and think about it. I want to finish my khutbah. The story I mentioned last Friday. A brother who is 80 years old came to me and he said, I want to correct my recitation. He was yatata'ta. Wallahi, I admire him. May Allah bless him. I say, you know, brother, you are in a high level today. Because, you know the big ego? I'm Dr. So-and-so. I am Engineer so-and-so. How can I humiliate myself? I am shy. All that things he put aside. Let's be serious. Let's come together. Let's ask questions. Brothers and sisters, each one of us, your community need your support. All of us. Don't, the carelessness, somebody else will take care of it. Oh, they're doing well, mashallah. The light is on. The air conditioning is on. The masjid is clean. Who did it? Who bathed? Someone like anybody else. So collectively, all of us, we need to stand up and hold each other. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله فيكم. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون وأقم الصلاة.